another amazing learning opportunity from that, you know. For me, when I started on Instagram, I came from Facebook, where I had a very strong community on Facebook going into Instagram and didn't understand Instagram when I started with Instagram. So I did two things that was not exactly very well. First of all, I posted the same kind of content on Instagram that I would post on Facebook. So I post family pictures on Instagram, like, how does only 15 people like this? You know, like, what's wrong with the people on Instagram? So I took the next step and I bought followers. I bought 5,000 followers when I joined Instagram, because how does my audience don't connect from Facebook to Instagram? How does this happen? And I had a few chats with people like, do this, do this, do this. And this was back in 2011. And it was the most embarrassing time of my life, because back then, and you can see, oh, she's got 5,000 followers. Back then it was quite a lot. And then there's like 10 likes on your picture, 2 comments on the picture. And it was like, there's no way I could turn it up. And then in 2012, they had the big call. I don't know if anyone remembered back in 2012 when they killed all the fake followers. No, you guys, no, they were not born yet. I forgot. Sorry.
Facebook was
So yeah, sure. So luckily, in a sense, I lost all the followers that I bought back then, but that was because I always viewed myself as someone of strong values, and when I followed that really bad advice, it was so embarrassing. It was really embarrassing. So one advice I can give you is to just not do it. It's not worth it. I would rather have 3,000 dedicated friends and followers that follows me, and then we build community, rather that than have 1 million followers and it's like, it's really not real. So this is one of the big mistakes that I personally made.
Yeah, I want to touch on that. Do you know what? When it comes to things like, I come from a data background. I come from investments, property and data. Data is very, very, very important. And I think what it comes down to is there's a lot of misinformation. A lot of people on Instagram, so you'll find there's only certain professions that are on Instagram, or certain people that initially were on Instagram. So when I was dealing with investments, you wouldn't find me on Instagram. It was nothing to do with what I dealt with. And when you have, let's say, someone that doesn't come from a profession that has to deal with data, deal with numbers, you then look at the number side and you think, well, why? So if I was to say to you initially, this will be probably the most insightful, is what triggered you initially to buy the followers? What triggered you to initially buy?
Very good question. The type of interaction I had on Facebook and going over to Instagram, it was a whole different platform, and I didn't know how to use a platform correct. So then I got the advice, like, just buy it, you know. And then that is the ignorance of not knowing how to use a platform and how to engage.
So again, so what I try to do is I try to look into this, because engagement is a big thing. It's very huge. You can tell when engagement is real, you can tell when engagement is false. But the thing that is important to look at is the why. And like you said, you were coming from a different platform, but there are people that are kind of have grown up using Instagram that would still purchase followers, that would still go down the route of purchasing engagement. And I think one of the biggest whys for many people is they feel that having that big number leads to some sort of particular opportunity.
I agree with you.
And that's probably the biggest reason why some people still do it today. And my advice would be aligned with yours. Don't do it. Not just because it doesn't make sense to do that, but it's because you can't get real data from those numbers. If you truly want your content to grow, if you want your content to thrive, you need to know why your people are following you. If those people have been bought and they won't follow you for any real reason, you will never know if you're posting good content or bad content. So that's something that I'm a big believer in data, a big believer in paying attention to your numbers. Know who your audience is. Is your audience mainly female? Is your audience male? What's the age group of your audience? Because this is all stuff that's going to help you decide what content's working and what content you can promote. I hope we can get a discussion about promotion at some point. What content you can promote to bring things back. So always think of the why. Why are you actually doing the thing you're about to go and do? And is it making sense? And where do you think it's actually going to get you? And then try to explore all the other avenues.
Thank you, Mike. That's amazing. Is that valuable so far for you guys? Is there something that feels like, oh wow, this is good? Yeah. So, Viv and Mike, would you talk about the promotion? You were touching on the promotion side. Is there something that you would know, or a little bit later on how you should grow? Yeah?
Is this how you wanted to say it?
Zoe, any other mistakes that you feel that you've made, Zoe?
I think one mistake is to be afraid to try different things.
I love that. I love it. Zoe, how many followers do you have now? 360,000 followers for Zoe. Now, if someone like Zoe says that, you would think she's a natural. Hi, Emmanuel. If someone would say, you would think that she knows everything. And these guys, where are you guys now?
About 78.
Amazing. And amazing. I'm so proud of you. If you think that people that's this big on the platform still feel scared, isn't it amazing to know that, eh? That we still find courage. So please go on with that.
Just because Instagram changes like so much, so often, so quick. Like they change the algorithm, they change everything. So you have to kind of adapt. You have to try like different times, posting different kind of content. I remember like when they released the carousel feature, a lot of people were saying, oh, but you shouldn't use it because this lowers your engagement. But so I think for students, I never used it. But then I found, I tried it once, and I found that actually it is even better than the regular video. So I think you need to try new things, and like even I spoke to some of my friends who are bloggers too, and they also said that very often it's the things that they think will work the least that work the best.
So it's all about experimenting.
I think so, yeah.
And really take courage. All right. Zoe, you need to kiss the mic, okay?
What feature? What feature?
The carousel, you know, the swipe across when you post, and instead of posting just a video, you post and you have to swipe down.
Yeah, I really like that you do that. That's really, really good. Really, really nice. So, yeah. Any more mistakes that we can learn from Mr. Mike and Vivi?
Again, I think for us, okay, so you have to understand why you use your platform. So either you're using the platform for personal reasons. So let's call you a user of the platform, or you're using the platform for business reasons. And most people use it for both, that's fine, but what you portray should have one angle. And I think the mistake for us was trying to merge the two. And the reason I say that is, it's like going into a shop, you know, you're going into a shop to buy something. And if you don't know what it is, or you need a bit of help and you're asking the shopkeeper, can you tell me where this thing is? But he decides to say to you, oh, you know, you remind me of this particular person. And he talks 20 minutes talking to you about that person he reminds you of, but never points you in the direction of the thing you want. Are you likely to go back into that shop? So, I don't know if I can really call this a mistake, but it's something that that people still make the mistake of. It's when you use the platform really personally, and then you don't get something back from that, you kind of feel frustrated, you feel annoyed. Why is it that I'm not growing? Why am I not in, getting engagement? But then you have to remember, your personal side is your personal side. It's not going to be something that everybody likes. And there's something that we call organic reach, and this will bring us to the promotion side. A long time ago, organic reach was considered, it was really a term that, let's say, Google kind of invented when it came to search engine optimization and finding things. Organic reach meant not paying to be posted or promoted at the top, to have your link, at the top of the page. It was get there through your content, through writing, and build it up. Organic reach has changed now. If you think back to what it is you do, like you said, when you had a class in the past via Facebook, you would advertise. If you don't promote that class, how do you expect people to know who you are? Organic reach has changed, the definition of it has changed, the way you grow has changed. So again, from the data perspective, we've learned that early on. So if we now do an advert, it would never be an advert of just one of our workouts. It would be an advert that was designed to be an advert. It would be an advert that if you put it out to someone and they go on your page, they see exactly what you advertised about. And I've dabbled with advertising and promotions because I also come from that advertising background from a very young age in marketing. If you advertise, let's say, one of your fantastic pictures, one of your best pictures on your page, and then someone goes to that page and finds that picture but everything else in a different type of quality, they're not going to hang around. And we have an advert that's done extremely well for us that we're very proud of. It's a compilation of all of our, or most of our videos. When we hit the 200 mark, we did a compilation of at least 50 or 60 of our videos. And we said, we've just posted over 200 of our hit videos. There's plenty more to come. Here is a brief snapshot of what these look like, and every single video was in sync. It was mesmerizing enough for them to say, okay, this looks like an in-sync advert. They go to the page, every video they clicked on was reflective of the advert. That advert has been seen now maybe 500,000 times. That advert has brought in around 10,000 people. And the metrics are there. To pull up and to show people the insights, the metrics are there. Now, in the past, when I've dabbled with adverts that are very static, might be a picture of something, or, hey, you know, our page teaches you X, Y, and Z. It's bringing in no one. And then bringing it back to trying to buy followers or buy engagement. Why spend that money on doing those things when you can spend it on really enhancing things, or using things, sorry, via the platform that enhance you? So, the promotional side of things is very important. But bringing it back to personal or business, decide, is your page personal or is it for business? And if it's for business, what's the message you want your business to send out? And then really focus on creating a marketing plan. Be a professional about it, because it's a job at the end of the day. You know, it's someone's job. So hopefully I didn't take it way off base, but you know.
That's amazing. I'm like, whoa, my hair is going back in the way. That's really cool. So what I'm also hearing you say, Mike, is we have to decide, am I here? Am I using this platform to tell my friends what I'm doing at the party last night? Or am I using this platform to really add value, to create something that changes lives, that gives back, that educates, that entertains, and that inspires? That's what I'm hearing you say. So when you're clear about, I'm here to use this as a platform to improve the quality of life of the world, then this is the stuff that you do. Can I ask you a question? How often do you guys promote?
Only our compilation videos. So, in regards to how often, I think it varies. It's dependent on whether we feel like we need to kind of drive more awareness or engagement, and actually look at audience as well. So we pay attention to where most of our audiences come from. If we notice a particular audience of ours or a particular country of ours is dipping, our focus will be, okay, maybe we want to reach Europe, or we want to reach this particular region. Because for us, it's, okay, again, when you're deciding what you want your platform to be, don't just focus on the area you live in. I'll be honest with you, Dubai is a very small place. Very, very small. And in terms of the platform they use here, they use Snapchat a lot more than they use Instagram. These are things that you have to pay attention to. So what we do wasn't meant for a region. What we do is meant for every single person. So our focus is, where's the region? What's our data saying? So that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, it's good. And this is with all the trial and error that you've been going through. Zoe, I want to ask you a question. Anyone on Snapchat here? Anyone using Snapchat still? Yeah. I think it's more the young ones. Yeah. Zoe, you were shared by Cosmopolitan International. Was that on Snapchat? On Snapchat? So a few months ago, Zoe was shared by Cosmopolitan on Snapchat, and how powerful it is for the platforms to interact with each other. How many followers did you gain from that interaction with Cosmopolitan? Do you know about?
It was like something crazy. Snapchat is 24 hours. I think it was like over 50,000 followers.
Over 50,000 followers?
Coming from Snapchat to Instagram.
That's fantastic. And what do you think was it for Cosmopolitan that picked up your story? And this is Cosmopolitan International, it's not Cosmopolitan Middle East, that picked up Zoe's story and shared that all over the freaking world. That's amazing. What do you think about, what was it about your story that interests them, that make it pick up on you?
Chief editor saw my transformation picture, and so she asked me if she could send me like some questions, write an article. So they published, I think on their website, an article, and then they made like stories for Snapchat.
So the reason I'm asking Zoe to share this is I want to know, how hard was it for you to share that initial transformation? Did you feel like
It was really hard.
it was very hard
It's
personally,
really hard,
right?
especially when there are people you know that follow you, and like it makes you feel a bit vulnerable. But yeah, so yeah.
So this is one of the mistakes I used to make, and a lot of my friends I know make. We always try to keep this perfect Instagram life, the perfect Instagram body. Everything is edited, everything is looking like you just walk out of a magazine. You really try to look perfect to impress everyone and to get the validation likes. But we forget that people love a hero. People love a Cinderella story. People love a transformation story. And this is where we have to be real people. We have to share the things that we're embarrassed about. We have to share the things that we might feel, oh, I can't. But those are the things that's the most inspirational. And with Zoe sharing that story, she inspires so many women around the world, and she's here in Dubai now doing the same. She just won the Women's Health Award for social media influencer of the year. So proud of you as well. And really, I love that. Don't you just love an authentic, relatable person on Instagram? I think we all can think about someone that we follow that's just so honest and so real. And I think since I've started being myself more, about 2 years ago, it's as if the community is really, you really build a community, you really affect people's hearts from a heart-to-heart point of view. So guys, I want to ask you, what are the mistakes that you still see out there from peers, from people that ask you questions? What are those things that you can give us a little bullet point tips on mistakes you see and then how to correct it? Yes, go into your voice.
I think that a lot of mistakes that people make are not posting things that people necessarily will learn from. So you have to think about the value that you're giving to other people. There are a lot of pictures that are inspirational and amazing, but then a lot of people are doing that. But then you don't realize that there are so many people in the world that are actually on the platform to learn. And they're just looking for a place to find information, even though you can type it in, but sometimes you just don't know what to type in, you don't know where to start. So in terms of doing that, Instagram is perfect. And so when you put out content, be a person that is adding value or teaching someone or educating and sharing, because they definitely will, they appreciate it, number one, and they will always come back, and it makes you feel amazing and you feel good to share. I remember when I was starting out in my fitness journey, before I even came here to Dubai, I didn't know where to start in terms of workouts. I did my PT course and I was introduced into weight training, and then I still felt like I wanted more inspiration from other people, but I didn't know where to look. And a lot of people were doing the workouts, and I was like, but what are you doing? Why are you doing it? Where are you working? And I wanted to learn, and I found that I was drawn to the profiles that gave me that information, and I kind of bypassed the profiles where it just showed me a workout, because most of them were a little bit more generic anyway. And the way that I like to do things, I like movement, I like to work the body from different angles, and I love learning about that, so I was drawn to that.
I love what you're saying is people love education. So when we create content that really educates and inspires people to use what your speciality that they can use in their lives. Thank you.
I think high expectations and competition when there isn't competition. I think that's a very, very big mistake. And if whenever we've gone through that, I've gone through it. Sometimes there's this element of taking things too personal, or you think you've done something and then someone's done something to one-up you when they really haven't. You know, and there's too much paying attention to everybody else and then changing your own message, your own core. That's one mistake I see happening regularly on a day-to-day basis, and I think that's a sad mistake, and people eventually learn from it. But the focus needs to be on your mission statement, your core, your values, what you intend to put out. But we still see it; it's still out there. And again, I don't blame people, because, like I said, if your thought process is on things like numbers, if your thought process is on I want this brand to notice me, you're going to come across that. You're going to feel like you have to compete with every single person. But there shouldn't be any competition. You're unique in your voice, you're unique in your tongue. Even if something looks the same, you have a way of putting it out. Stick to that, do that. You know?
I love that. I always say I kind of program myself the moment that comparison and competition comes up. You know, when you look at someone in your industry's content, it's like, they signed with them. Why haven't they asked me? You know, when you get that feeling, the first thing I change to is, oh, I'm so happy for them. I say that in my head to myself, I'm so happy for you. And I'm like, I really admire the work that they do, and I celebrate with them. So it's a celebration rather than a comparison or competition. So it is work that we have to do in your mind, because it's a natural human thing of wanting to be included in everything. But seasons come and seasons go, and there will always be another one for us to do. So is there anything that you still see out there that you feel like, oh, if only they did this, or if only, oh, that's a little mistake, I wish I could help them with? What would you say?
I think it's kind of what you said. I think you have to know what you want to use social media for, and I think the main thing is to provide value. You have to provide value, like whether you're doing comedy videos or recipe or education or travel or anything, you have to provide value. And a lot of accounts, they kind of create content that make them happy, but that do not necessarily provide value for their audience. And I think it has, like, you have to find balance between creating content that you enjoy creating, but that still gives value to your audience. And that's where I see a lot of people not providing as much value as they could.
So it's just a picture of them in a pool, good vibes only, and then doesn't really add value to anyone. I think once every 10 posts, it's fun to do that, to show your personality, but most of it has to be adding value. And then the reason that I've invited these beautiful people here is because in a relatively short time, they've grown so amazingly in the most organic way. I've had, we had breakfast.
Yes.
It was it in June? May, June. This is not even 6 months ago. They were 3,000 followers strong. And they just started doing their little twinning videos, amazing, and they were just so excited. And then all of a sudden, the hard work that they kept on putting in, it just happened. I get goosebumps when I say it. And now they are 70s. You said 78, 76, almost 100,000. Let's preach it faster. So they're almost there. The reason, and Zoe, you quite new on Instagram as well. 360 strong. You've been on Instagram for a year or just over 2 years, you said?
I started my Instagram when I started training regularly, and it just made me think about what you said earlier. When I started creating my account, I blocked everyone I knew because I didn't want my friends, my family to know about this. And it's only very recent that I told my mom that I allowed her to see my page and everything. So no, it was
amazingly. So if anyone in the audience is sitting here is like, flip, I'm new to Instagram, everyone is so far ahead of me. How is it possible to even do something of value? How do you stand out in a market that might be saturated? I know it's hard to say 1 or 2, 3, what are those really important bullet points that you will give someone to be ambitious and go where they want to go, add value, blah, 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 to grow as fast as possible?
I'll start off. So you need to be consistent, and this is something that sometimes we did other about. Obviously, I understood. Okay, consistency, yeah, is key, like everything in life. But it does wear you down at times. But
What does consistency mean?
Consistent is to stick with something, to keep going, regardless of the situation that you're in. And if you have a goal, especially, or a reason, a big reason behind it, then definitely keep going with it and always remember what you're doing it for. And I think that's one of the main things you really have to just like remind yourself with, because the journey is not easy. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of hours, and as a couple doing it together, it's challenging, but it's rewarding at the same time, and it's been such an amazing journey. And it's life-changing, and it teaches you things about life as well. It's not just like, okay, be consistent with this. It proves to you that, when you put your energy and your mind to something, you can actually achieve anything. And if you say, okay, I want this, then just put yourself to work, direct yourself towards it, and then you do it. And you find that, it may not happen straight away, but within a few weeks, within a few months, actually, it's starting to happen and unfold before your eyes. So definitely keep consistent.
I'd agree exactly with Viv. Be consistent, but I would strongly suggest you focus on growing offline. Instagram, to treat it as let's say your second home, or your third home, your fourth home. For those of you that are lucky to have 3 homes, grow offline. When we came to Dubai, we had a boot camp. We had loads of boot camps. We hit the ground running, but we used platforms like Meetup.com. So we had these platforms that already had a huge group of people, and we'd set up free boot camps, not with the intention of growing our Instagram, but with the intention of meeting people. Social media is about socializing, it's still a social activity. So meeting people offline, growing offline, it really built our network. And then we had a business model that focused on referrals. So we've never once advertised any personal training, and we do have some clients that we see like 3 times out of a week. But every client we've had in the 2.5 years that we've been here, it's been through referral only, and we've kept it that way. The focus was, if you're doing a good enough job, someone's going to refer you. When that network becomes strong, before you know it, someone is talking to you about something that fits in with what you're doing. And that's what happened for us. We had MyProtein post us all over the world to a network that was over 3 million strong. We had individual profiles that would repost some of our workouts. And it then led to people asking us to write an article. Before you know it, we were in Golf News. Before you know it, we're in radio as well. And now, even now, we're on radio every single week. So our focus isn't, hey, Instagram. It's get your voice out there. Really expand. Even here today, if you haven't spoken to people and exchanged details, you're missing out on something that could be huge. It's planting those seeds, and you have to do that. So, grow offline.
I would say the same, but be consistent, post consistently, and about something you're truly passionate about. Because if you're going to spend a lot of time creating content, it has to be something you're really enjoying.
Because that's the thing that's gonna day in, day out, that's what you're gonna see, what you're gonna do. I'm gonna take it to the audience. Does anyone have any questions regarding social media, growing your social media, niching? Anyone has any questions for these amazing athletes and celebrities in my eye? Thanks for getting the mics ready for us, by the way. Thank you.
Is it worth paying for followers?
Is it worth paying for followers? It's never worth paying for followers, because what that means is you're gonna have a number. Say you've had 10,000 followers organically, and now I want 100,000 followers because I want to look a little bit more influential than I used to. Now I buy 90,000 followers. Is there going to be any engagement from that 90,000 empty vessels that's starting to follow me? There's not going to be any comments. There's not going to be any messages or DMs. There's not going to be any engagement on my stories. There's going to be no data, like Mike said, zero data. No one is going to save it, the videos, anything. So there's absolutely zero engagement from that. So it means nothing. It just makes you look like a fraud and a fake. So it brings your integrity down, your personal integrity down, as I've mentioned before.
Yeah, just to touch on that, again, the reason it's never going to be worth it is you are buying it to be influential. To appear influential. When you now go and decide to work with a brand or work with someone, it's very easily going to come out that there was nothing there to bring to the brand. There was no substance there to make it work. So no, definitely it's not worth it. It's worth investing how to read data, and it's worth investing time to reading all this stuff.
Any other questions? Yes. Please come to the microphone.
Posting something not related to like publishing your lifestyle or making
Yeah, certainly, because if you're posting something about...
So the question was, is it worth it to post anything that might not be in your niche of business? Okay, so Mike?
Nowadays, yeah, for sure, because it adds another dimension to what it is that you currently do. It helps create and show the authenticity of the individual. But again, it comes down to what's your real end goal with social media. Are you trying to gain attention for your own business? Are you trying to gain attention for better employment opportunities? Address that first, and then kind of decide whether or not you put it in. Because if it's for employment opportunities, you would never write on your CV, something extremely personal. You might write hobbies right at the very end, but you would never, in between your education and your career history, start saying, by the way, I really like this black car over there. You wouldn't do that stuff. So think about, again, is it personal or is it business? Why are you doing it before? Yeah, also business. Okay, so again, it comes down to your stream. If it's for what business are you going to ask? What industry are you in? Fitness. Okay, yeah, for sure, because fitness ties into people's lifestyles. 100% you can post that. For sure. Sorry.
Thanks, Mike. I really like the analogy that you use there. Use it as a CD. Would you put on your CD certain really personal things? I like black cars with the red wheels. Oh my goodness. Anyone else have questions on how to grow your social media? Please come to the stage. We've got about 2 more minutes.
The balance you're trying to grow your social media, so the balance with in terms of not doing Instagram every single day, allowing it to take over your life.
Thank you so much. That's a very, very, very good question. How is it possible to manage your balance, life balance, when you create a business or a brand on Instagram? How do you guys do that? How do you manage the balance of not being on your phone the whole single time?
So for me, this is a huge thing. I like to have downtime for sure. So you would have to definitely schedule it in. You have to make sure that you arrange and organize your time so that you have your you time, and that so that your phone is not glued to your hand the whole day. And for me, like honestly, it could be like endless. Sometimes you have to maybe not respond immediately, maybe a little bit later, just to take your you time, because that's important, and that's where you you to keep going. Do the essentials first, so that you're not worrying while you're having your downtime, and then when you come back to it, it's not too much or you won't be overloaded. But honestly, like, it really helps to just plan your time out a little bit better. Yeah.
Personally, that's where I've probably failed the most with the balance side of things, 100%. And that's just the way that I was not brought up, and it's the industry that I came from. I came from, again, an investment, advertising, property background, and every amount of time that's spent, I think the best thing to remember is almost everyone out there has a job, and you forget that there's such a job out there called social media manager, social media executive. This is a job, and ultimately you end up realizing when you're trying to build a business, you're everything. You know, you're the marketing guy, you're the social media guy, you're the business developer, the business development person. All of these do take on a lot of time, and it's really time consuming. So like Viv says, you have to plan out that time. And in such a fast moving city like Dubai, that can become quite challenging. Even when there is few of us there, that hasn't necessarily reduced any load. But put your mental health first, 100%. And try not to fall, victim to feeling that you have to do something on this minute, every minute. Try to kind of put that mental health first.
How do you manage that, Zoe?
Like for me, it's if I take the pressure off and I just stop worrying about whether my boss is gonna do well or not, and I try not to put any pressure on me. Like I love spending time replying to comments, messages and stuff, so I kind of spend my days doing it. But if I have something else to do, I think you have to allow yourself to just take the pressure off, and at the end of the day, just like on your phone, so you just leave your phone in your bag or on the table, you go in a different room, and then I think it's just about managing the pressure. And sometimes you can put too much pressure on yourself. You're like, oh my god, I need to post, or I need something. At the end of the day, if there is one day when you don't post, it's not gonna make a big difference. And so I think for me that's like how I manage it.
I think that is where mental health comes in, and it's very important to take the time out. Like every 3 months I take 2 weeks off social media. I just go dead quiet. We went to Cambodia recently for 2 weeks. I was offline, it was fantastic. And every weekend I take a day off at least off social media. So it is very important for me personally to adhere to my own little personal boundaries, saying no a lot more than I used to say. And it is really important. One last question before we move on. Oh, you have to go rock, paper, scissors to each other. Quickly come to the stage. Maybe we can squeeze 2 more questions in. Is that okay?
So my question is, if you want to start your social media, do you wait to be perfect, or you just start from zero? And do you later on go through activities that this is how I used to be and this is how I am now, or you just start from wherever you are, so the people can go with you and they can see the change you want to see?
Very good question. Do you wait until you're perfect, or do you start right now where you are right now? I think you answered your own question there, right? What would you guys say?
That was the problem in the very beginning. I said to Viv, I'm never going to, I didn't feel in shape enough.
I feel the same.
You know what I mean? I was never going to do it. So I said, a long time ago, this is prior to February, prior to what you see. If you watch our very first video, you'll actually see I'm not in the same shape I am now. I definitely look better. But for years, I was like, nope, you can go on. I'm not going nowhere. And that's exactly it.
I'm the same. I always wait until and I'm never, and now I'm just here.
I found that I was very shy, and I still am quite shy, especially talking to the camera. I feel slightly uncomfortable, and it's a bit embarrassing just like walking around the road and having a conversation, and then everyone's just looking at you weirdly. So I think you have to you grow in confidence along the way with that. But in terms of the initial start, now is the best time. There's no other time like the present.
What do you say, Zoe?
I think you just have to be yourself, and if you start, like I can only talk from my experience, but like I have people who tell me that it's really good for them to see that like I worked hard for my transformation, but they said that some people only show how they look now, and so it makes them think that it's not possible and they were born this way. Whereas I think if you start sharing like just from now, and you share your progress, you share your evolution, transformation and everything, I think it makes it more relatable for people, because they're like, okay, so that's a real person, and if that person was able to do it, then I can do it too. So I think at the end of the day, like the best advice I would give to anyone is like just be yourself, just do like what you would normally do, and don't like it's very easy to pretend that everything is perfect on social media. It's very easy to edit pictures. That's why I don't post a lot of pictures, because I don't want to like show something that's maybe like my best angle, and that wouldn't be like very accurate. So I think just like start, and sharing your experience is I think more valuable than waiting, and I don't think there is such a thing as being perfect, but I think what's more interesting is to share the journey, and it's more like I think it's more relatable for people.
I like that. Share the journey. That's very nice. Let's quickly squeeze you in and then we wrap. Thank you so much.
Me and my wife, we've been following you guys since the past 1 year, and it's amazing to see how you guys have grown and the amount of videos that you're putting. So my question is, what do you think the psychological aspect of, like, what are the psychological aspects which helps you sustain your motivation? You know, when you keep posting videos, I mean, there might be a point where you feel it's very stressful, but how do you keep yourself going? I mean,
very good question. I think, yeah, Mike has an answer to this. And Bev first, she's ready.
We're just trying to find out the best way to answer this. But always knowing your why and have your own reason. So our profile, we kind of rebooted it this year, the 25th of February. It was a restart, and it was like bringing us back together, and we were working together. We were on the same course. We had the same goal, and that for me always keeps me in track, even though sometimes I do get tired, but I always remember, okay, it's definitely worth it.
And to touch on the physiological side of things, at the very beginning, every single day we were going out to film, and that was the most tiring part. So now we schedule in training at the gym separately and going to film separately. So we might film 3 routines in one particular go, and do 3 of those routines and then do a workout. Because trying to do that every single day, waiting for the perfect lighting, is really, really tiring. And we had to learn the hard way, but now we block it and we plan that.
I like that practical advice. It's very, very good. Guys, we're going to wrap this little talk. I'm Nadine, Glory Girl Fit, Viv and Mike, Mr. and Mrs. Muscle, Zoe from Zoe Happy Fit. We can continue this conversation online if you want. Everyone, these guys are amazing. They're so personal, they're so warm, always ready to answer questions, and I'm sure there's going to be many, many events in the future coming up as well. We just want to thank you all for being here and just giving your energy and giving us smiles and listening and wanting to grow and learn with us as we grow and learn with you. So thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for being